Welcome dear viewers to the video on polymorphism and non-infringement for pharmaceutical development. In this video we are going to see what is polymorphism, how it is related to the drug product development, and how the polymorphism related non-infringing activity is done, and what are the critical aspects of polymorph non-infringement. We will start with the short introduction about polymorphism. What is polymorphism and how it is affecting the drug product development. Whenever there are number of different crystalline forms available for the same molecule or same drugs, then that is known as polymorphism. And polymorphism refers to different crystalline forms of the same compound. See, as the polymorph has impacts on the physicochemical properties, it impacts onto the physical chemical properties, and that's why it affects solubility, stability, bioavailability, and it also impacts the manufacturability. Different polymorphs have different solubility, different dissolution rate, and that's why it has impact on the solubility and dissolution rate of the drug product. As the polymorphs differ in the solubility and dissolution rate, these impact onto the bioavailability of the drug product. A more soluble polymorphs improve the dissolution and absorption, especially in poorly soluble compounds. So if the drug belongs to BCS class 2 and 4, and if it's showing polymorphism, then it is very critical aspect. Also, the stability is affected by the polymorphic form. So second point is stability. Stability of the polymorph affect the shelf life and long-term efficacy of the drug. Some polymorphs are more stable and less prone to conversion, ensuring consistency in the final product, while some of the polymorphs of the drug molecule may be less stable, and that's why impact the stability and degradation. Coming to the bioavailability, polymorphs dissolution rates correlate directly with the bioavailability. Faster dissolution will lead to faster absorption and higher bioavailability, while slower dissolution will lead to low and variable bioavailability. So bioavailability is very critical for the poor solubility molecules which belong to BCS class 2 and 4. Polymorphism versus manufacturing considerations. Some polymorphs have better mechanical properties like flowability, compressibility, and these properties are affecting the tablet formulation. Also, some of the polymorphs have low melting point, so use of the heat or use of the drying may have impact onto their manufacturing properties. Ensuring manufacturability is a critical for cost saving production. Risk of polymorphic conversion. Polymorph conversion may happen because of the manufacturing processes like granulation, drying, compression, or tablet coating or capsule filling. Milling operation many of the times impact the polymorph conversion. So maintaining the desired polymorph is essential for consistent drug performance, and it requires careful process control and selection of suitable polymorphs. So always try to select the stable polymorph, and always try to select the more soluble type of polymorph. Always try to select more stable polymorph. So key point in the API polymorphism are understanding the polymorphism allows the better drug formulation design. Key factors include solubility, stability, bioavailability, manufacturability, and the polymorphic conversion risk. So the polymorph should be retained in the manufacturing process and during the stability. So effective selection of the polymorphs ensures optimal drug performance. Coming to the non-infringing polymorph selection and drug product development. Generally, generic formulations are those formulations which are exact copy of the innovator formulations or reference formulations, and many of the times there are some patents onto the polymorphic forms of the API, and because of those the generic applicant cannot use those polymorphic form API. So selecting the correct API polymorph for the drug development becomes very critical. Innovators often patent specific polymorphic forms. So generic product developers must navigate intellectual property, that is IP considerations, and select alternative polymorphs. So this is very important aspect of the generic product development if the API polymorph is patented. Steps for selecting the non-infringing polymorphs. So for example, if the API is having 4 polymorphs, polymorph 1, 2, 3 and 4, for example I am giving here, and polymorph 1 and 2 are claimed. So you require to go with the other polymorphs than the patented polymorphs if you want to make the generic formulations or you want to make the non-infringing type of formulation. So understanding the patent landscape becomes very important, and for that we need to conduct a detailed patent search to evaluate the scope of the claims, identify any exclusions or limitations that might allow for the alternative forms. Also, if the crystalline form is patented, you can go with the amorphous form of the API and you can make the formulation. Explore alternative polymorphs. Look for the polymorphs that are not patented but have comparable solubility, stability and bioavailability. This is the use of alternative polymorphs for making the non-infringing formulation. Also, many times the crystalline form is patented and then the generic manufacturer or generic applicant need to go with the amorphous form of the API. Then evaluate the bioequivalence and assess the stability and manufacturability. For example, if you have selected the non-infringing polymorph, then it is not like that it will work as per the patented polymorph. So evaluate its bioavailability, perform dissolution and bioavailability studies to ensure the alternative polymorph provides similar therapeutic effects as the innovator's form. And if it is not, then you need to do some modifications in the formulation in the processing. Then assess stability and manufacturability. Test the alternative polymer for stability under varying conditions, temperature, humidity, under different packs, and then ensure the polymorph is compatible with the manufacturing process and does not revert during the production. Not revert during the production means it is not changing during the production or during the stability. And if you have selected a polymorph which is not patented, but it is getting converted to the form that is patented, then it will be a big trouble for the generic applicant, because ultimately your API, your drug product will contain the patented polymorph. So always perform the polymorphism studies by XRD, DSC at each stage of the manufacturing and stability, and then go for the next stage. Then consider the regulatory pathways and IP strategy. So regulatory pathways are required to be considered. Document the selection process, bioequivalence studies and stability data for regulatory submission. Ensure that the selected polymorph meet all the quality and therapeutic equivalence requirement. Consult intellectual property and legal expert. Work with the legal expert to avoid patent infringement and develop an IP strategy to assess the freedom to operate and reduce legal risk. Because working on to the non-infringing type of formulation containing the polymorph which is not patented, or working on to the product containing the non-infringing polymorph is very critical, and we need to consult IP and legal expert for the non-infringing formulation. Strategic approach in drug product development by generic way. A comprehensive approach is crucial for generic drug developers, and balancing the performance, stability, manufacturability, regulatory compliance, legal compliance and bioequivalence is very important. Ensuring bioequivalence and legal protection with careful IP and patent analysis. So along with the formulation scientist, analytical scientist, the IP experts and legal experts are the people involved in this approach. Polymorphism always play a vital role in the drug product development, and it is related to the safety and efficacy of the drug and the drug product. In both branded and generic drug development, selecting the right polymorph is crucial for ensuring the therapeutic equivalence and regulatory compliance. That's why the strategic understanding of the polymorph properties can enhance drug performance and competitive positioning in the market. So this is the importance of polymorphism, selection of the non-infringing polymorph, and the aspects or way for the generic product development with a non-infringing polymorph. Always consider that whenever the generic applicant develops a non-infringing type of formulation, it is a type of competitive formulation with the innovator, and there is always risk of IP concern and the legal aspects. So strategic understanding for the polymorphism and the polymorph properties is very crucial for competitive positioning of the formulation in the market. Whenever you are working onto the different polymorphs, always remember different polymorphs vary in the melting point, stability, solubility, dissolution rate, bioavailability, and the intrinsic degradation. Whenever you are working onto the non-infringing formulation containing the different polymer than innovator, then always there will be a risk of stability and bioavailability. Also, manufacturability risk will be there. So, this is the information regarding polymorphism and non-infringement for pharmaceutical development. If you have any queries or questions, please do comment, and I will be happy to provide you the best possible answer. Thank you for watching the video.